Hello and welcome to this Adventurer's Guide to the Multiverse follow-up adventure. Oh, hey, look, all the text that I was saying beforehand is there. That's great. No, it's fun. Capture. I am your DM for the night, Trevor Bettis, and I'm joined by a lovely group of people who are going to be delving into the House of Cards to find Witt's soul. But before they do that, we need to meet their characters, but we also need to meet their players. So I'm gonna bounce things around. We're gonna popcorn this. Lauren, you start off and then pick someone. Who are you? Up now.
Okay. And no captions for me, but that's okay.
Well, that's okay. We'll
can't
get the
hear
cap.
us,
I'm
press
going to give
2.
you. I'm going to give you the short version of me, so that Trevor has time to get Rhiannon's captions. Which is, hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. I'm playing Orkira Ildrex, who is a Dragonborn cleric who you might know.
There we go. I like
a
that.
little bit too fast there.
No, listen, PubNub has got to keep up.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, who is next? Rhiannon, introduce yourself.
So am I good with captions?
Yes.
I see captions. Hooray! Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
and I did nothing, so.
Oh, who knows? Okay.
There you go. It works now. If it works, it works.
Rhiannon held, Silver Series, Urban Fantasy, RZ held, Space Opera, Cat on Shirt because shirt is cool, but camera is too high. Dice Partners, Norse Foundry, Metal Dice, Dice and Accessories at norsefoundry.com, Phoenix Dice, Recycled Materials, Dice and Accessories at phoenixdice.com, playing Elysia, daughter of Artemisia, who's my other character, in some kind of timeline from some kind of time. And then Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga and the Books of the Usurper series, and I am playing Ilya Dovaskaya, Artificer Extreme and Planar Explorer from Fearful Symmetry. But I'm also going to tell you about our sponsor, because I wake my phone up. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Farida, Havilar, and the reworked Mahen from the Brimstone Angels saga. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and Epic, Xbox One, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. If you grab that code that's been dancing around the screen...
It's above me!
It's above Trevor! You can pop that in for an Electrum chest of your very own. But once you do that, come back here and watch the rest of our show. And once again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, find out more at idlechampions.com. Oh, and now it's St. James' turn.
Oh, hi. St. James here. I don't have any crazy things going on, but you can find me on Blue Sky at St. James. Or Kyle St. James, I don't know. I don't actually remember what it is. It's one of those. You tagged me, so yeah, it's
follow them both just to be safe.
Just follow anything with the multiples of St. James, Kyle, or any combination of the words possible that you can see. One of them has to be
St.
me,
Kyle,
and then
St. Kyle James.
And then different spellings of either of them are also included. It's fine.
Add some apostrophes just for fun.
Yeah. Dashes, slashes, underscores, overscores, commas, under commas, M dashes, N dashes.
This is the energy we're gonna have for a couple of days, y'all.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm jumping over you now because we're gonna play a game.
Okay, hold on. I'm playing Uthal, an 8-foot tall rogue Goliath, who is very stealthy.
Very stealthy.
Very stealthy.
Inexplicably stealthy. I love it.
Like he can disguise himself as a 5-year-old child and nobody would notice.
Very tall 5-year-old child.
Very tall 5-year-old.
So yeah, we're gonna be this is going to be part 1 of most likely 3 episodes, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. These are gonna be a little bit shorter time wise, but I think we're gonna have a fun time. So with that in mind, let's play some D&D.
Yeah.
We're gonna start things off with Ilya. Erin, where is Ilya?
That's an excellent question. Is Ilya supposed to start where he starts? Or has he already made it through?
Oh yeah. This is everything. Like even the housewarming party has happened and stuff. Like
Right.
yeah.
But I mean more like, is Ilya still on Toril
Yeah.
and he's coming there? Okay. So Ilya is in the, let's say he's in the sort of wilds outside of Westgate, which is it's a crap hole of a town, I'm going to tell you that. I left this dimension that I'm from because, let's face it, it's also a crap hole. Follow my not twin, the person whose lie created. Never mind, we don't need to get into it. But I've been here with I'm gonna call them my sisters, but I've been wanting to travel, so I am trying to go make a portal and go somewhere else because. What's the point of leaving your crap hole demi-plane dimension if you're not gonna see some stuff?
Your steel defender Ferris just stares back at you, having heard this multiple times, and just nods a little bit.
Look, man, I gotta practice. If I just run into someone and they say, "Excuse me, who are you? Where are you right now, Ilya? What are you doing?" I want to know what I'm gonna say. I don't like being put on the spot.
Can you give a description of Ferris?
Yeah, I probably should also give a description of Ilya. But Ferris is Ilya's steel defender, so he is a construct. He's huge. He might be as tall as Uthul, maybe not quite. Kind of broad shoulders. I think he's a little tapered though. Combination of like metal plates and sort of wood. Muscles kind of peeking out. He's definitely been put together with a lot of different pieces. Not sort of a stop and create one item. He's been kind of tinkered with. Ilya is a half elf. He's a young man with long dark hair. He's pulled back. And like medium toned skin. And there's like stuff hanging off belts, bits and tools. Yeah, he looks ready for anything if anything involves messing with little tinkery stuff.
So Ilya is out in the forest outside of Westgate going to make a portal and kind of trudging.
Yeah, it can't be that hard.
Right? Yeah. And you're in like a bit of thick woods, and Ilya and Ferris are going along. Ferris making these loud footsteps as you're going, and you come around a large tree, and there is a door just standing in the middle of the space between a couple of trees. Very well made. It's got gold metalwork to it, and a shiny knob, and there is a little peephole in it.
That's weird. He's gonna be like, Ferris, make sure this isn't a trap. You look around. And then he's gonna lean forward and peek through the peephole, because how could you not?
Ferris's head spins around, scanning. As you get close to the door, kind of like easing up to it, the door suddenly opens, and you can see through it. There is a place, kind of a confusing place. You see several doors, a long carpeted floor just outside of it. It looks like a hallway of some sort. And a mechanical being comes out of the door. It has no face to it. It is just kind of this smooth egg-shaped head with a silver like a tuxedo on. And it steps out and it says, "Hello, ma'am. I have an invitation for you to the hotel at the edge of the multiverse."
Is it talking to me?
Yeah, it's pointed at your direction.
Has it come out out the door into the hallway, not through the
No, yeah, it's come out of the hallway into the forest where you are.
Oh, it's in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I look around for this man because I'm not a woman, and so it's not for me. but it's just me or it's Ferris, and unless Ferris has not told me something about, his own identity, which I find very suspicious because Ferris tells me everything.
The
I think this is a mistake.
the being looks confused for a moment, like tilts its head, and it says, "These are the coordinates that we found for your spatial location. I have an invitation for you," and he hands you an envelope.
Oh, he takes the envelope. He's like, wait, coordinates? Do you have the tool which found the coordinates? Opening it. He's like,
on the envelope, it says Cecilia.
oh, you're not looking for me. You're looking for my interdimensional twin. I'm her, but I'm her from another dimension.
So you are
that
her.
was like for a demon lord gestation.
What I heard is that you are her.
No, I am not her. Trust me.
But you said you
she's
were
a
her.
mess. No, but I mean, in a metaphysical sense, in certain applications, we probably operate in the same space, but I haven't really gotten into that conversation with anybody, like a god.
Tilts its head again and says, "I have an invitation for you."
Okay, let's try this a different way. What's the invitation to, and is there food there?
There is food, but kind of gestures for you to open the envelope.
Okay, just gonna let you know that, again, I might not be the one you're looking for, but I might be better too. What's the invitation say?
Inside is a note that says, sorry, Lawrence, food is a good priority. Inside, it says, "We have found the location of your friend's soul." No, because this is Cecilia. It would say, "Your friends need your help on an important mission, Mr. Fox."
Well, that's very cryptic. I think it will be better if I go. She will just bring, like, Eldritch Blast, and I've got a lot more stuff that's more useful.
Fantastic.
If you need a screaming person, then you will need her, but I don't see that coming up a lot. So, great, let's go. Wait, is this to another dimension?
It is to another area of the multiverse, yes.
Perfect. That is what I was going to aim for. Now I don't have to make a portal. Are you Mr. Fox?
I am not Mr. Fox. I am one of the staff.
Okay, is Mr. Fox a fox?
No. No? No.
Is that a rude question? Should I not ask that?
No? Follow me this way. And it turns
Okay.
around and it goes into the hallway.
Ilya turns back to the steel defender and he says, okay, I guess we are going this way.
And you follow the staff into the hallway and the door closes behind you all.
Awesome.
Orkira, where are you right now?
Oh, so the camera pans over to a island in space, kind of surrounded by clouds, and this is the Radiant Citadel. You see a huge kind of big diamond of quartz in the middle of this whole hunk of rock, and as you get closer, you see there's buildings everywhere and people, and as you get closer, you come to a tea shop. It's just a little tea shop with a couple of tables and chairs on the inside and a ramp that leads up to the upper deck, kind of the roof, where there's some more comfy chairs laid out. And on the roof, at the moment by herself, sitting in a corner, is Orkira Eldrix, a gold dragonborn. She is sitting on a stool. It's a very plush stool and seems to be very happy about finding the one stool that's in this place, because unlike a lot of dragonborn, she is not only tall and lanky, but she's got massive, ungainly wings and a huge long tail, and looks a little bit like she's going through perpetual puberty, even though when you look a little closer, it's fairly obvious she's way too old for that. She's in kind of these blue tartan wraps and has a bag slung on over her shoulder that looks like someone took a backpack and turned it into a side satchel. and is currently sampling from 4 different teas that have been placed in front of her because the owner of this place doesn't. Every time she comes, she goes, "Just give me whatever you got that you're excited about." And so the owner they bring 4 different teas every single time, and she's just enjoying every single one.
So as you're sitting on this rooftop, the last other patron that was up there, this little gnome that was had a giant mug of tea. Like this gnome had been there for a good part of the day. This gnome was like, "It's tea day."
Yeah.
And what's your plans for the day? Tea.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
I wish I had those kind of plans.
Yeah, he finishes the last sip, sets it down, and he gets up and he walks over. There, the rooftop entrance to this is there's a door that you open that goes down, and he opens the door, goes in, closes the door, and the door immediately opens, and a staff from the hotel at the edge of the multiverse comes out and says, "Orkira, I have an invitation for you to the hotel at the edge of the multiverse."
Oh, hi. What went wrong?
Wrong?
Listen, I would love to see Pilkins and everybody, but I'm going to just go out on a wild idea that if I've been invited to the hotel, something's gone wrong. So you might as well just tell me what went wrong.
The staff cocks its head. It is now standing next to your table and goes, "I have an invitation for you from the hotel at the edge of the multiverse," and it hands you the invitation.
Okay.
Yours says Orkira on
it. That's good.
Not gonna
Very
suddenly find out you have
confusing.
an intentional twin.
Right? Like, oh, I feel bad for them.
I mean, if there was any game that I was going to let people know that they did, it would be this one.
That's true. That's very, very true. Yeah, I'll open up the invitation. What does it say?
Inside, it says, "We have located Witt's soul. Your presence is requested for a rescue mission, Mr. Fox."
Oh, okay. Good news and bad news at the same time. That's great. Okay. That way?
Yes, through the door that I came through into the hotel.
Okay, give me 10 seconds, and Orkira is going to just
It takes out a
down
pocket watch.
4 cups, like they're shots, except they're full-on cups of steaming hot tea. Boom, boom, boom. She gets to the last one. She's like, "I really like this one. I didn't want to have to." Poof, and then puts it down, and then follows into the hotel.
Okay. Rhiannon. Where is God, I'm sorry, I can't remember how to say your character's name. Alicia?
Alicia.
Where is Alicia?
Well, so when she was dropped off at home last time, like it wasn't like how she expected it to be, and
Yeah.
they didn't know her.
There was a thing that we didn't mention in the last game that Witt, when traveling the multiverse and everything like that, Witt also travels time. And in one of these adventures ended up in Westgate about, 30 odd years in the future. And that is where Alicia came in. And because Witt wasn't with you all when you all returned, that was not the time that you were returned to.
So that was interesting. She kind of figured it out like when her father didn't recognize her. And then she's like, I shouldn't like mess with anything because maybe then I don't exist, like that whole shtick. So I think that what she has done is that she is out in the woods being a wolf because being a wolf is cool and you don't have to think too hard about like people who aren't the people who they are going to be in 30 years. It's weird. Like wolves don't care. So she's running around in the woods living a best wolf life.
Okay. You are running through the woods as a wolf, and you hear a strange sound, and you look to your right, and you see Ferris walking through a door in the middle of the woods, and then it closes, and vanishes.
That's interesting. Well, she'll go sniff the door or
Well-
where the door was.
Well, just as you're about to go do that, from the other side of you, you hear, "Hello, I have an invitation for you from the hotel at the edge of the multiverse." And you look to your side, and there's another door there now, and a hotel staff holding down an envelope towards your wolf face.
Well, she is going to turn back into a half-ish elf.
It raises the envelope as you grow.
Does this involve like being in the right time? She's like tearing it open.
And it does say, we have located Witt's soul, and your assistance is requested for a rescue party, Mr. Fox.
Well, that's good. Thank goodness. So as a half-ish elf, Alicia, she's got the like sort of slightly too pointy ears, so she's probably like 3/4 elf. It's hard to tell. Like you don't want to make guesses about people just by looking at them. You know how that works. And she's got sort of bronze skin from little bronze dragon scales, and sort of dark brown hair, loose around her shoulders, kind of must, because she hasn't been a half elf much to like take care of it. So she's going for that door. Like, don't wait for the staff. She's going. She wants to get home.
And the staff's like, "Oh, wonderful. Okay, and it follows you in and closes the door." Uthal. Where's Uthal?
All right, let's explain. So camera's panning up. You see a bright white church, gold trim all over it. The doors slowly open, and you see Uthal standing at a podium, just filtered in stained glass reflections from the sunlight onto him. He's in a bright white cleric type of cloak with a giant golden eye in the middle of it. He's standing there talking to a mostly full church, just echoing and talking about his findings. We catch him basically ending what he was talking about, standing there saying, and that is why we must continue our research, and we keep looking, for the eye is there, and we will find her. As we are the Church of the Slumbering Hunger, we will always keep looking until we eventually get there. And
a
one
voice from the
day-
front row is like, "To study it."
to study it. Yes, to study it. That's what we're doing. We're going to find him to study him, because he is the only god in this universe who actually exists. And we're going to find him, and we're going to go to the promised land with him. And yes, now everyone get into a nice single file line and come up here with your payment and tributes to me. I mean, my church, to the church. Research.
More
Come,
honest
child.
than usual.
Come, brother. Come, brother. And he just puts his hand on someone's head and takes some gold and puts it in his pocket. May you be seen as I have. Next, sister, come up.
Seen as I have.
May you be seen as I have. Thank you very much. Your contributions are going to the main goal. We will be there soon. We're only 400,000 gold from getting a new stained glass window built, because the last one broke accidentally. Thank you.
I feel like if anyone came in to question Uthal, it would just be that gif, "Go outside, nerd." Yeah, so Uthal finishes giving his sermon for the Church of the Slumbering Hunger, this 100% not a cult that he has been building over the last year, that has become
Absolutely.
of some quite renown across the Sword Coast.
Mm-hmm.
That the tax guilds are 100% breathing down the throat of, like.
Getting real close over here. I
Yeah.
need them to start doubling down on their tithes, if you will. But yes, everyone seems to believe more of my teachings because of the fact I actually experienced it. As the prophet of the slumbering hunger, I seek only one thing, and that is to find the God that I have once seen, and everybody will help us find it together.
Yeah. Uh,
in the
for
bottom of their purse.
of course, everyone remembers the creature that the party fought in the center of the multiverse last time we met up, and Uthal has become quite obsessed with it. Completely for good reasons. It's just nothing
Yes.
bad whatsoever.
Absolutely not. No,
Yep,
no,
yep,
no,
yep,
no.
yep. To study it. Well,
May you be seen as I have.
yeah, you give your last. May you be seen as I have. You're jingling along, and you go into the back of the church, your little office there. But you step through the door, and you are suddenly in a hallway with a bunch of doors and a staff from the hotel standing there looking at you and going, "Hello, I have an invitation for you for the hotel at the edge of the multiverse."
Yeah. Is my room set up? I know what this is.
Well, Mr. Fox wants to speak to you first.
I'm sure. And I rip off my my cloak, and it's just my rogue armor with golden eyes etched into all the entire armor. As I'm just twirling up my little coin bag and just hiding it under my armor next to my heart.
Next to my heart.
And I'm just pulling my swords bolt out and just like rearranging them, twisting up the cloak and just shoving it into my bag. And like, all right, let's do this. Where is he at?
Follow me.
Is the bar stocked?
Yes, of course.
Oh, perfect. You guys were waiting for me, weren't you?
So okay, everyone is here. One by one, you are all brought in the order in which we did this to a small meeting room. And there is a long table with comfortable chairs set up along it. It's so funny now that I've done so many things in this between streams and home games that I'm like, has this room been on the stream before, or was this in the home game?
Well, I've never seen it, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to describe it.
So Ilya, yeah, we'll do this from your perspective. Ilya,
Okay.
you are there's hallways and hallways of doors and strange creatures that you have absolutely never seen before, more constructs of designs that are alien to you and creatures that are completely alien to you. And eventually the staff takes you to these two metal doors, and it presses this button that lights up, and suddenly there's a ding, and the two doors open, and it's just a room, and the staff gestures for you to get on.
Okay.
And you get in there, the staff gets in there, Ferris crunches down and just stands kind of awkwardly in front of everything, and then the elevator starts moving.
Well, okay. What's happening with this room is shaking.
This is an elevator. It is taking us to another floor in the hotel.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And then when it dings again, the doors open and you are in the foyer of the hotel, and it is this extremely extravagant location where it's got like marbled floors and pillars that go up and up into a tall ceiling. And there's a reception desk there. There's a door that says bar above it to one side, and it starts leading you across to the other side of the room. But as you are walking there, you look to your left, and the wall is just floor to ceiling windows, and there are a couple of doors, glass doors that are set into them, and outside is space.
Whoa!
Swirling galaxies, clouds of nebula, some meteors that are slowly drifting by, and it is a awe-striking view.
Ilya, I think, is definitely presents himself and walks into most situations like he understands everything and he's going to explain to you why you're wrong. But this is something he has never seen before. And he walks up to the window, kind of trying to find the trick, but transfixed by the stars. spinning beyond that glass plane.
Ferris stands next to Ilya like this on the window.
He's gonna turn back to the staff and be like, "Okay, where are we?"
We are at the edge of the multiverse, in wild space.
Like in the stars or in the stars.
Yes, we are actually beyond most stars. They are in those out there, and he points at one of the galaxies.
This is wild. This is wild.
Yes, it is
Wait
wild
a second.
space.
Hold on a second. Are you telling me that Cecilia has been here?
Yes.
God, she's such a show-off. She's not even telling me this. That is some garbage.
I cannot speak on Cecilia's waste management security.
Man, you're a construct, yeah?
Yes.
Who made you? He's gonna kind of walk around and check out the staff.
The
Like,
hotel.
With the hotel? Like the building?
Yes.
The building made you? Okay. If I wanted to discuss your schematics with the hotel, how would I do that?
They are strictly confidential.
Yeah, okay. Everybody thinks they're the first person to come up with something. Gotta keep it a secret. That's fine. I won't trade you the knowledge of how I made a sentient construct. And you don't
Ferris
tell
waves
me
next to you.
how you got so shiny. Whatever. Is this where we're staying? We're supposed to stand here and help with something that we can do better than Cecilia can?
No, please continue to follow me this way.
Oh,
And
okay.
He leads you across to another set of doors. And inside is a room that has this kind of paneling walls. It's a rectangular shape. There is this long mahogany table in the middle, each with like very cushioned roller chairs set in along the sides and at the end. And at the end of the room, there is it's strange. The wall just has this like black rectangle in it. You're not really sure what it is.
Ilya is going to take a chair in the middle at the close end of the door, and then he's going to stand up and kind of reassess, and then sort of try a chair in the middle. And then once he realizes that they roll, I think he's gonna like kind of lean back, put his feet on the edge of the table, and see how far he can shove it back in one move. Because it's science. I don't think he's ever seen a chair with wheels on it before.
This is exactly why I wanted Ilya in this game.
Is the staff still in the room, or did they?
No,
leave?
they left. In fact,
Okay.
at about the time that that Ilya is like seeing the distance that he can get with the roller chairs, the door opens and Orkira and another of the staff are standing there.
And Orkira walks in.
Just as Ilya goes, wee!
Orkira walks in
Flaps
and
against
watches
the
the
wall.
Wii, and then looks like she's about to greet you warmly, and then stops.
Oh, sorry. Is this one yours? Well, wait a whole second. Are you Dragonborn?
Yeah, hi.
But with wings?
It's a very
Wait.
long story.
Oh, was it? Sorry, is it something you don't talk about? Did
I
just point
do,
at
but
your
it's just a
deformity
really
or
long
something?
story, and we've only got about an hour and a half.
Okay.
2 words: the Symbrex. Do you know what that is?
Oh, unfortunately, I have read about those.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's actually quite fortunate, all things considered.
That's true. That's true. The couple of years I spent dealing with it weren't that easy. You know, you look a lot like a friend of mine. Do you know Cecilia?
His face just drops. He's like, yes, I know Cecilia.
Oh, okay.
She is my, like, interdimensional twin. I'm the lie she told that came to life because of a demon lord. I also have complicated stories, I'm just saying.
You watch as Orkira just nods like this is the most normal thing she has ever heard and goes, well, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Most of the people that are going to end up here have complicated stories. Hi, I'm Orkira Eldrex. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ilya Novoskaya. Very nice to meet you. And this is Ferris.
Ferris waves.
Ferris, please say hello.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hi, Ferris. Okay.
Excuse
Yeah,
me a minute. Turns the chair around, puts his feet on the wall, and shoves it back.
uh,
I think it works
You'd be
better off the wall.
it does. You'd be able to get further if it wasn't so carpeted in here.
This is true. The friction coefficient is terrible.
You know, if you get them outside in the hallway, you can go real fast.
as you say that, the door opens again, and Alicia and another staff are standing there.
And at that, big smile. Alicia, hi! And I'll come over and give you a hug. If
Okay, yeah, hug arms.
Yeah, hug arms. 2 arms, 2 wings. Good to see you.
Yes, the
I'm
two,
so glad to be back. And Witt, that we can rescue him.
I
That's
know,
great.
right? Yeah, like, it's gonna suck to do it, but it'll be nice to get it done.
Who's
Question. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt.
well, so Alicia Alicia is gonna see Ilya and like do the double take thing. And then come over, and it's clear like she's been in Wolf a little bit too long, because like she sort of, rather than adjusting her hair, she's sort of like this a little bit. And she's gonna come and like sniff a little bit.
Oh god. Hi, are you Lithari or something?
Yes. You're like Cecilia. Aunt
Oh.
Cecilia.
Yes,
Cecilia.
I'm Cecilia's interdimensional twin, but I just want to point out I'm a lot smarter than her before anybody makes any assumptions. And that's useful.
Do you have a me in your dimension?
Maybe. I don't know a whole lot of people. So
Alicia.
I'm Ilya. Nice to meet you.
Oh.
He
She
does
looks
not
kind of disappointed.
recognize you.
Okay. Shake hands.
Can I ask a question? What's a wit?
Oh, a friend of ours from previous adventures got his soul sucked out of his body and trapped somewhere that we've been hoping to find to rescue. And
Oh,
so
dang.
I think, and I'll pull out the invitation, I'm pretty sure that's what this is all about.
Oh, see, mine just says, "Yo, Cecilia, we need your help," and that construct, which is not that great, I just have to say, couldn't tell the difference between me and her, and I just wanted to go see some other dimensions. This one's pretty great.
It is a
I
lot
guess
of fun.
it's not a different dimension; it's on the edge of the multiverse. This is all very interesting, but those guys, they don't stop and explain anything.
It's hard to explain. Also, you're kind of everywhere, nowhere at the same time.
But always
That's
eat the
great.
cookies.
Always eat the cookies.
Yeah, I was
Such-
told there would be food, and I don't see any food. Just saying.
At that, the door opens again, and Uthal is standing there, completely just the staff cannot be seen because he's just taking up the door.
Uthal!
Oh, Orkira, Alicia. You look familiar.
God, you know Cecilia.
Pilkins,
Yes.
you've grown taller, my friend. I see your construct bot thing is upgraded. Very nice.
Okay.
I start heading towards
Whoa,
the bar and start
ho,
pouring a
ho,
drink.
ho.
Like, oh man, I missed all of you guys.
What is this guy?
You got 2 out of
Besides,
3.
obviously with a
It's-
vision problem.
It's you. Oh, me.
You, what's a you? I'm Ilya. Who's Pilkins?
Oh, I guess I got you confused. He's another friend of ours that you know. I
I
figured.
guess he couldn't accept the invitation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess not. But if you have to know.
I guess every venturing group has one. So okay. Hello,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. It's all.
Yes, nice to meet you also. My name is Uthal, the disfigured of Vialaga,
God damn it.
the Goliath of the shadows, the flayer of mind flayers, the poison death dancer, breaker of ice, bringer of cities, the Lost Frost Giant, Lethal Snack in the Kraken, the savior of the ordering as I'm drinking, Slayer of Dragons, the Time Starter, Tamer of Nightmares, Fright of the Demons, multi-universal hero, fed to the Neolithid, Death Slayer, the Disciple of Memories, the Peacebringer. Don't know about that one. The Kin Spirit, Life Chanter, and the owner of taverns. Nice to meet you. Sorry that I thought you were one of my friends.
I never heard of it.
I forget what everyone looks like at this point. Many people have it. It's fine. It's probably one of the names that you've heard in the past. It's one of them.
I don't know.
I'm quite known amongst the multiverse.
He's very known amongst the people who know him. How's the tavern going?
Exactly. I have a church now.
Okay.
That tracks, actually, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Wait, hold on. I missed a step. What? Church
Okay.
to who, whom, or what?
So our last experience,
The door opens and Mr. Fox comes in and he goes, "Oh, good, you're all here." Mr. Fox is an older guy. He's wearing a very nice suit. I kind of often describe him looking like Richard Pryor. I don't know why. That's just who popped into my head when I made Mr. Fox. And he says, "Good, you're all here. Let's save Witt. How about that?"
About first question.
What?
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Fox. I'm the manager. Who are you?
My name's Ilya Dolaskaya, artificer extraordinaire, and this is Ferris, my sentient construct and best friend, future best-selling novelist. Your robot thought I was Cecilia, and I was told there were cookies.
Are there cookies? There better be cookies.
Where are the cookies? I'm going to go to the oven and open
know
it.
that is my wife's thing and not mine. Like that's
There's no cookies in this oven.
You know,
There's
there's
an
nothing
oven.
stopping you
I'm
from
leaving.
making it your thing, too. Gender
Fine.
roles are
And he
a
snaps
trap,
his
sir.
fingers and a plate of cookies show up on the table. They're not as good as hers, but they'll do. But are you interested at all in
Good as
saving your friend's
hers.
soul, or is it just baked goods that you want?
I'm just gonna say I don't know this
Is-
guy, but it seems
Okay,
like
that's fair.
wrong.
To
thumbs
be-
in it.
answer.
Who's always like, seems like you could use some extra brains in this group. So
And I lean over. I'm like, yeah, we're not all very smart around here. Those robots are just the dumbest.
just keep your tongue in your mouth because Ferris is very smart.
Anyone who can stay quiet that long has got to have some intelligence to them. And Orkira is just handing out cookies. Because if she doesn't do it, Uthal's going to eat them all.
They don't have the magical
I'm double
properties that-
fisting cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you all are enjoying those.
Yeah, they're not as good, but whatever.
Yep, I already said that. Not taking that as an offense at all because I already knew it.
I think they're lovely, and I think it's also very important to rescue a friend's soul, not on an empty stomach.
Well,
We must be full.
just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, and he looks at Ilya and goes, "Are you good with being part of this rescue mission? It is going to be dangerous, but
Will you give me some information about how you made those staff robots?
I didn't make those.
Constructs. Yeah, okay. Can you convince the hotel to tell me some? Because the movement's very smooth, and I feel like Ferris's dance moves would improve if I could help him with his joints.
While I can't do that exactly, I could help you with something for your construct.
Okay, but I don't want you to just do something to him.
No,
that's
I will
not,
show you.
That's not okay. All right. Is that okay? He says to Ferris. And
Ferris.
What kind of dancing does Ferris do?
Don't even get him started right now because it's a whole thing.
Ferris gets into dancing position real quick.
Oh.
Okay, question for later.
Later,
Question for
later.
later.
Yeah, Mr. Fox
later.
is like, we can save that for the celebrations afterwards after you succeed.
Yeah.
Well, says, as you all know, Witt disappeared, or his soul disappeared when he drew the void card of the deck of many things, specifically in place of Elysia here.
Mm-hmm.
And we've spent some time looking into where in the multiverse his soul could have gone, and we've discovered that it went to a very specific place created by the deck itself. It is called the House of Cards. It is
Oh, that's very on point.
It is a place that was made when Witt's soul was taken from him.
Doesn't
And
bode well.
the unfortunate thing is that the way that you normally get there is by the deck that it is drawn from. And unfortunately, that deck went with the god that had you draw from it. So we had to do some searching and exploring, and we eventually came across a very important card, and he holds up the key. And he says this is not from the same deck. However, it in combination with one of the doors of the hotel, we believe we can get the four of you there.
Okay. That's good. Thank you for finding all that out. Where is there besides the name of a place that is very on point?
There is, it's sort of like the hotel, but a little less so. It doesn't exactly have a location. It exists within the void.
That's terrifying. Okay. And do you happen to know anything about it?
It is from what we can understand, it is a location of puzzles and...
Oh, geez. Oh, okay, you're gonna have to find Ilya. You seem smart. I know you said you're smarter than Cecilia.
It's not
Yeah,
all,
tell me you
very.
like.
it's not
please tell
all
me you like
puzzles that
puzzles.
require your intelligence or anything like that.
Okay,
But it
good.
is
Then
going
I'm
to
still
test
useful.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
That I
Sounds
would love to say
presumptuous.
that this place is harmless, but it's mostly dangerous. And
I mean, that's the deck.
Title drop.
yeah,
well, and if it was perfectly safe, you could have sent a staff with the key and just been like, "Hello, Witt, come back through this door that we opened."
it's
So
true.
Exactly.
And specifically why I'm gathered the four of you here is because I thought that it was appropriate for you to, well, and he looks at Elliot, well, it was going to be, for the four of you to go and rescue him. Pilkins would be joining you, but he is off on a important mission as part of his manager training, and is currently unavailable. And so I originally thought Cecilia would be a good fit here, but Ilya is just as good. So
Just as good. Okay, first question. What is it you think Cecilia can do that I am not fulfilling? Because
to be
then I
fair,
can do it.
I don't know what you can do. So
This is fair.
Yeah, we're assuming that you can do a lot of the same things that she can do, and she can do a lot. So it's kind of a compliment.
if you had the same multiversal signature as Cecilia, I trust that you can hold yourself here.
Okay. Well, as long as it's within certain parameters, I will be even better at it.
I mean,
Okay.
it makes sense. You're a different person, and also you've got Ferris.
Yeah, Ferris. Yeah, Ferris is helpful. I do have a quick question though, for purposes of preparing. Actually, two questions. First question: how soon do we need to go? Do we have any time to get ready, or are you just gonna open the door and kick us out?
I mean, if you would like to go now, you can. If you need time to prepare that you feel you need, that
I
can
want
be
to check
arranged.
on Anastasia Romanoff. She's still around, right?
Anastasia is with Mrs. Fox. She is Mr. Fox
Oh.
says that his wife is out and about as she
Oh,
is
okay.
to do.
Okay, then my second question: the card palace. Is that what it's called?
The House of Cards.
House of Cards. It's not as impressive, but it's still okay. Do we know already there's anything that we might have to deal with a lot? Like, is this a negative energy? I'm guessing it's not like a fireplace, because if it's made of cards, this is a bad plan.
This is not, it's not something that we've been able to scout, because once this card is used, we can't use it again.
Oh, okay. So we are going in blind.
Okay, okay. I was kind of assuming we would be able to go in through this door, that you're going to use the card, and then come out through that door. Are we going to have to get out in a different way?
Everything that we have been able to learn has said that once you deal with the house, you will be returned to where you came from.
Okay, that's good, because one thing I know Cecilia can do that I cannot do is plane shift.
Well, if necessary, I can do that, although I've got an slightly easier way of doing that. More importantly, and you'll watch as Orkira will hold up a hand and summon fire into her hand and look at Ilya and go, if fire is gonna help, I can bring a lot of it.
There we go. We'll just go burn
Wait.
down this card house, and presumably souls are not flammable. But if they are, we'll learn something very important.
They're flammable, but not as much as cards. Yes, Uthal?
I was going to say the same thing. Let's burn this house to the ground. Like that was my plan.
Okay. That just as a like prep for going in, Ilya explains to you that he is an artificer. He is an artificer from a tradition out of Rashomon called the Vremiani. And so he can do certain things to weaponry to make them stronger. He can bind himself to another spellcaster to help them help prevent damage from hitting them quite so hard. And he can also bind spells into weapons, and he's willing to do those things if anybody needs them.
These are all very cool things.
Is what I do.
Yeah. I don't know if that will help me too much, but that all sounds super cool.
Uthal's just staring at both of his swords. Can I put more into these?
Yeah, man, give me one. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Sure. And he gives you the rapier of life stealing. Check this one
Okay,
out.
this is already magical, so you can't take a battle binding. It'll explode. Okay, would you be
All right.
more interested in having this not look magical, or in having, like, so when people look at it, they're like, what a crappy basic sword, and then now you got them, it's a surprise? Or would you rather it squirt grease? Because I can do that too. Do you have a preference?
I think I think we could make it squirt some grease. Let's just grease it up.
All right.
Orkira's face
like-
is suddenly there. Is it flammable grease?
I mean, what grease is not flammable? Bad
That's true.
grease. That's the
Okay.
answer.
Is there a way to make my swords look more magical than they already are? Like super magic?
I mean, you could paint like a racing stripe on it or something, but that seems like someone else's problem.
The
Ozzy, you
fastest
hear
one.
that? We can paint a racing stripe on you so you can go fast.
You just, Uthal, in your mind, you hear a very familiar.
While Ilya is doing these cool things, I'm going to ask Mr. Fox, is there about a corner somewhere, like a 5-foot space, that you don't mind if I burn the carpet?
It's fine. It can heal itself.
Can it not heal itself for a while, at least until we come back?
Oh, sure.
Excellent. And Orkira's going to go into one of the corners of the room and light up her hand and start to burn what looks like maybe arcane sigils into the ground, and but eventually just looks like writing. And if anybody speaks primordial, it's just the word home over and over and over and over and over and over again. But she's doing it in kind of a fancy way that makes it almost look like she's drawing something. And when she's done, she's going to slap her hand on the ground and cast Word of Recall.
Nice.
Which you and up to 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of you instantly teleport to a previously designated sanctuary. It doesn't matter what plane of existence it's on. It just says go to a sanctuary. So I've now made this corner a sanctuary to the Phoenix. Please don't fix the carpet until we're back.
I will be sure to tell the staff to leave it be.
Thank you.
Ilya walks over to Alicia He's like, you look, no offense, like you're gonna snap like a twig. Uh,
Oh no.
I can do this. He holds up this sort of thing that looks like a piece of hide with like wires worked through it. It's like, okay, so this thing I can either tie it on your armor. It's like your armor magical.
No.
I can put this on here and it will make it stronger, or I can put it on you, and then you and I will be bound together, and I will make it so that things can't hurt you the same. You basically get damage resistance to everything except psychic damage because armor can't, bounce psychic. Makes sense.
I mean, if you're willing, you don't know me. She's clearly like, I know you kind of, but you don't know me. It's weird.
Does she look
Um,
like Artemisia?
Yeah. Different sort of body type. Alicia actually looks a bit more like Skaha in terms of like being bustier. But definitely same skin, similar kind of like facial structure.
Okay.
My mother had this like ring that helped her be harder to hit. I don't know
Oh,
if you can.
weird. Is that like a thing all the Lithari get? Because my sister, well, she's not my anyway. Yeah, she had one of those. I broke it for her.
Oh, yeah, it's a Lithari thing. Um, it- what can you do something like that, or
Well,
just
I mean,
break
if I
them?
put the binding on you, it's gonna be. Let me see. You get basically you get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage.
Okay,
With the binding on your armor.
let's do it.
Okay, I'll do that. So he's gonna find some piece of your armor, to tie this onto, maybe like a bracer or
Bracer, yeah.
something. Okay. And I will send you what the AC is. Because if it gets hit, it can get destroyed, but
Okay.
presumably you're not blocking things like Wonder Woman. If there's no other takers, he's gonna tie the other one on his own armor. And boost
That
it
being
up.
said, if you do block things like Wonder Woman, that's pretty epic, and I'm here for it.
Pretty cool. Okay. Is everyone good to get to going?
Yep.
I feel like we're missing something, but I can't think of anything. Does anyone want a death ward?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
handing them out.
Yeah,
Well,
I could probably use one of those.
like I always like to say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of not dying. And if anyone wants a death ward, I will. Would all three of you like death wards?
Yeah, I think it saved me last time.
I mean,
Uh,
if
love
you
a
got
death
3, then
ward.
I've got 3 4th level spell slots, so bam, bam, bam. So Orkira is going to come to each of you one at a time, light up her hand, kind of give you a pat on the back, and fiery wings will burst out of your back and then get sucked back into your
Oh.
body.
love it.
The first time a target would drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage, the target instead drops to 1 hit point and the spell ends. This will last for 8 hours. So basically the day. If the spell is still in effect when the target is subject to an effect, this is I think this is new. If the spell is still in effect when the subject is subjected to an effect that would kill it instantaneously without dealing damage, that effect is instead negated against the target and the spell ends. So it now
Oh.
works
that's cool.
against things like Finger of Death. So it's a little
Sweet.
more useful at higher levels, because at higher levels, once you get under about 100 hit points, I get nervous.
That's fair.
So yes.
I have 2 more things to do real quick.
Mhm.
Ilya has 1 more infusion. I can infuse something of yours and make it a mind sharpener. So if you fail a con save to maintain concentration on a spell, you can use your reaction to succeed instead. There's 4 charges on it. So is that useful for Orkira, or you're covered?
That is pretty good. I actually don't end up concentrating on, like, I end up concentrating on stuff, but it's not necessarily something that is worth blowing something important for. So if there's someone else,
If you're not good, if Alicia wants it, we'll do it for Alicia. If she doesn't, I'll do the thing that just boosts Ilya's armor.
I think Go for it.
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. It has to be your clothes, your armor or your robes.
Well, she's wearing sort of, like leather armor and like a jacket kind of stuff. So
Okay. DM, just checking, can I infuse her jacket and leave the battle binding on her armor?
Sure.
Sweet. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Ilya like gets his tools out, works like some kind of like little sigils into the edges. Like, this will be good. This will be good. Just for today though. And then the last thing I'm gonna do, I have what I am thinking of as a sonic screwdriver, an all-purpose tool.
Okay.
As an action, I can focus on the tool to channel my creative forces and choose a cantrip I don't know from any class list.
Hell yeah.
Because everybody is saying that Cecilia is going to be so useful, would have been so
It's gonna
useful.
be
He's
Eldritch
going to teach
Blast.
himself Eldritch Blast.
Hell
Yes.
yeah. I love it. All right. So,
It's going to
Meanwhile-
be better.
While you're tinkering with Alice's armor, Orkira is going to lean over to Uthal and be like, okay, I'm going to regret this. Who, what, where, and why is your god?
All right. So you remember the last time that we met the creature in the center of the multiverse?
The one that wanted to destroy everything?
Yeah, the eye, remember?
It's hard to forget, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been trying to find it because it was the most magnificent being I've ever seen in my life, and I want to kill it.
And so you started a church?
Yeah, no. It's easy to get a lot of people to help me out to do research to find this thing, and they pay me a lot of money to do it. Like, they just keep giving me money for they're all searching for something. I'm
Yeah.
giving it to them, and they're also doing a lot of research for me to find what this thing is and how to find it. And once we find it, I'm going to kill it. And I'm going to add another title to my name. And I was thinking Godslayer would be a good one. But yeah, I just love this creature, and I just want to just want to take it out.
You love it enough to kill it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily against you killing a thing that wants to kill the entire multiverse. I will say, you do know that when people pray to a being, it makes that being stronger, right?
Oh yeah, no, I realized someone told me that at some point when I was at one of the bars. They were explaining that to me because I was telling them my entire story. That gave me the idea to make it even stronger. So when I kill it, it'll be even beefier. And yeah, it's gonna be a pretty great time. People are saying I've kind of lost my mind, but I think I found it in the eye. And I'm poking to the etched eyes in my arm. There's tons of eyes just etched into my armor. Like, I'm sane, but sort of losing it.
Well, you know what? As long as it gives you purpose, I guess. Does that
Yeah,
mean you
who
have
knows?
healing
Maybe-
spells?
I haven't tried.
Oh,
Uh,
you just pray to it. You're not like a cleric or something.
Not that I know of. I have mostly killed. I haven't tried healing them back. I might.
Uthal,
You
you
know-
also
Try
know
it.
that you have not prayed to this being.
And you know
Others
what?
have
We don't-
prayed to it.
We don't need to know this.
It makes a lot of sense that a creature that wants to literally eat the entire multiverse would give you powers to destroy something. So you know what? I don't know if I want to know anymore. Are we going now?
Mr. Fox says, yes, everyone please follow me.
And in reality, trying to kill it might be a prayer towards it. So who knows? Maybe it's making me stronger as I'm walking with you guys.
So, Mr.
Do you know
Fox,
what an Ouroboros is?
Mr. Fox leads you all out of the room, up some
that a
stairs
beetle?
and down a hallway. And it's kind of funny because, like, this is a hotel with who knows how many doors, and you all have seen a bunch of them with ridiculous numbers on them, and so it's a little odd when you come to one that just says 23 on it. Like, it's 2 digits. It's not a lot. And he stops at it, and he takes the key card, and he swipes it on this device next to or above the handle. And there, he waits for a moment, and then there's a beep, and he turns the knob, opens the door, and on the other side, I'm actually going to take this out so you can probably see it better. There, on the other side of the door is essentially this pattern. It's the back of one of the deck of many things, and it is kind of this hazy, swirling version of it. And he says, "Yep, that looks about right. Just step on through there."
All right.
Um,
And I'm just gonna
Ilya's
just start
gonna go up
walking.
and sort of put his fingers into it and see, like, what does it feel like to touch it?
It feels like thick mist.
But it doesn't feel like evil, like it's gonna eat my hand.
Does not feel like evil, nor that it is going to eat your hand.
I'm gonna lean over and just be like, is your hand okay? Like,
Yes, working fine.
oh, I guess it's safe.
It's what's on the other side that I think is going to be unsafe. And Orkira is just going to walk through after a big
I'm
sigh.
sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear her screaming, so that's a good sign.
Like, how
Yes,
dangerous
though.
can cars possibly be? They're thin little cardboard thingies.
Orkira's face comes back through the portal and goes, "Will you remember what happened when Witt actually drew a card? This is what happened. This is why
you
we're
guys are
doing this."
drawing cards from a deck of many things? That's
Yep.
crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, I got to
Mhm.
kill death on that one. That was fun.
Okay, man, we got different ideas of what is fun. Ilya's gonna walk through the door.
Who else has killed death? Just walking through too.
Yeah, LSD is following everybody.
All right. I'm going to put an image on above the overlay for
Uh-oh.
everyone watching as well as for you all. This
Oh.
is what you
Oh.
come out into.
I'm in hell. I've reached
Oh.
hell. Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
Orkira, you step out into, you appear on a giant card from the deck of many things. Everything in this space is made of cards from the deck of many things. You can see that they form stairs that lead outward, pathways. They go up into the ceiling in kind of strange ways that don't quite make sense. But there are a few that seem to... most of them are the backs of the cards, but in this area, there are 4 that show the face of a card. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something that I haven't gotten to do in a long time because I haven't run a thing out of a book. I'm going to read some block text.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's story time.
Yeah. Everybody, crisscross applesauce. Let's go.
Every surface of this irregularly shaped room is made from cards of various sizes from the deck of many things. Some show their intricately patterned backs while others show their faces. 4 large cards that serve as doors lead from this chamber: Rogue to the north, Ruin to the east, Gem to the south, and Flames to the west. In the center of the room's floor, a card depicting the key glows brightly. So I will say that there is one big difference from that block text that I gave you here, and it's that not everything is stable here. There are these strange cracks going across some of the cards that have this pulsing orange light to them, almost as if like it's on, like there's a fire beyond it. And all these cracks go through certain ones of the cards, but specifically from what you can see, they go through the Rogue, the Ruin, and the Flames card that appear as doors. The Gem card, which is to the south, does not have these.
Well, I mean, thematically, I was already thinking like
Right?
better than the alternatives.
Yeah, like I'm a rogue, so we might as well. I'm good. We can just walk through that one, right?
Can I make an Arcana check to see if Ilya knows what any of these cards are
Yeah.
purported to do,
Yeah.
or is that
I would love to help. Not that I have any arcana, but I have a lot of experience
You
with
do.
these
I
cards.
I
So I
I
would
will
like,
let
no,
I would
I've
like to
already
give-
done that.
Yeah, I've already given
100%, because of Orkira's experience with the deck of many things. I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I so desperately wanted you in this game, not just because you were there for Witt's soul disappearing, but because this is literally Orkira's hell.
This is like all 4 of the cards you've just listed are ones that she's had personal experience
Are
with.
you
Oh,
serious? That's so good.
This should
And
be this should be your discovery. Let's be honest.
Well, no, my arcana sucks. So I
No,
think
but you literally are like, don't draw that one.
I mean
And honestly, I do think there's space here. And Trevor, you're the DM. You can say, I don't feel like this is common wizard knowledge. I think this is like, I heard a guy who found one of these on a dead Thayan. And when you do that one, the story is instead of, oh no,
No,
I've
here-
seen what happens. This isn't, I think Orkira's is better.
No, here's the thing, Orkira, if you have had experiences with each of these cards, you know what they do, and you are
Okay.
100% able to tell people.
so she's personally had experience. She's personally gotten the gem card, and then she's seen people get the flames and the rogue. And then the ruin card was literally the entire plot of the first season of Heroes of the Plains. Literally. So she's gonna point at each one, and she's gonna point at the gem card and go, well, of the 4, that's the only one that does good things. And when it happened to me, it was the only time that it was ever good, and I didn't really have any choice. I was just kind of given it, and the next thing I know, I had money, and then I had to run. So like immediately afterwards, things went bad. But at least the card gave me money. And she's gonna point at the flames and go, that's gonna be a devil. That's or demon, demon or a devil. Some kind of fiend is gonna get really, really pissy and want to kill you.
Oh.
And then she's gonna point at the rogue and go, someone in the world is gonna get pissy and hate you. You don't know who.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone already is for me, so like I'm good. I can't double down
Yeah,
on the road.
they've really
Oh,
been
no,
playing
you
the
can-
long con.
No, Uthal, trust me. There's always room for more people to
I-
suddenly hate you.
I forgot that's the card I drew. Like
It is the
last
card
game.
you drew, yeah.
Is the card, yeah.
We
yeah,
haven't played since then, so we haven't gotten to fill that in, but I know who it is.
Yeah.
Still,
Uthal, that's
just-
the card
Is it
you
me?
drew.
No.
this some guy
So this
named
is
Doug
all
just sitting on a
organic
bench eating a
feelings.
sandwich.
Yeah.
This is all organic feeling.
Is it Ferris? Oh. And then she'll point
Oh,
at
no.
the ruin card, and you can see that she like hesitates, and like this is the one that almost scares her the most. And she points to it and she goes, so it's gonna sound like this isn't the worst thing in the world, but you basically lose everything you own. But when it happened to us, we kind of lost everything we ever loved. It was not fun. So yeah, none of these are good. I wouldn't even want the gem card. I hate this place. Let's find Witt's soul and leave.
Do we have any idea where which soul is? Did we get a soul detector? Or
You were told that it is essentially at the end of the House of Cards.
at the end?
end.
Okay. Um,
That sounds like one needs to go through doors.
do we know this place made itself, right? So one assumes there's not necessarily like a trick here. It's not somebody saying, "Oh, they're not going to pick the ruin. That's terrible. They're going to pick the gems. That one's nice."
Oh, the old reverse
And so
psychology.
that's where the
yes.
trap is. But I have to assume, I mean, I've met some sentient houses, they're okay. But I have to assume this one's not necessarily expecting people to come here and mess with it. Or maybe not. But those red cracks are not on the gem. So that's another point in favor. Utho, why don't you go in there and tell us what's up?
All right. Gonna go walking towards Gem. Like,
Benefit of having one in every party.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna look down and like look at the stairs. And be like, what happens if we like flip one of these cards, the face down ones?
That's a very interesting question.
You
I don't
guys think
know.
it'll do anything as I'm like patting the top of the floor? Like,
Uthal,
kind
give me a fate roll.
Oh,
For
geez.
everyone who doesn't know who's out there, I do have a
I
little
don't
mechanic in
know.
my games that is a fate roll where you roll a percentile die and you tell me high or low.
Ah!
If you end up pulling the void card while we are here trying to save someone from the void card, does this become Inception and we all just wake up?
super void.
Void and void and void.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling 2d10, so percentile, the one that's got the 2 numbers and the one that's got the 1 numbers, and
Okay.
you're gonna tell me what you roll, and you're gonna tell me if
Alright,
you want.
hold on.
Well, oh wait, no, sorry, I do this. It's been a while. Just tell me
Oh.
high or
Wow.
low.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
do I roll?
No, that's right. I rolled this. It's been a while. This is the first time I have DM'd in I think since the last time I did a stream with this.
Oh,
And we're so glad that you're back.
Yay.
So high or low?
it's you rolling so low.
God damn you. You are correct, sir. All right. Yeah,
Every time, never fails.
you go to like pull on one of the cards, but it does not move. It is very much stuck in place. Like you're even pulling on one that's just floating in, like it's not connected to anything, and it will not budge.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, you guys, this isn't. Yeah, it was worth a try, I guess. I wanted to see what would happen if we just pulled a random card.
Idea.
It's good to know they're structural.
Yeah. What's your idea?
Souls don't have a scent, but it's gonna be the only thing that's here, right? Other than cards. So maybe it will have a scent trail that is different than how the cards smell, and then I could follow the scent trail. So
Yeah.
it could be like our tracker.
Tell you what, give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Rumpus in the chat, a load-bearing playing card.
I mean, we are
Smacking
in a
it. Yeah,
house
this
of
holds so
cards.
many cards.
Also,
This
I want to
bad
give
boy
credit
can hold
to,
so many
to
cards.
Bookish Barbarian because I will be using this throughout the game, Eldritch Screwdriver.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
19 for the perception.
19. Yeah, you're able to pick up some sense, but you realize that it is Orkira, Uthal, Ilya, and Ferris. There is nothing that gives you any kind of sense of wit.
Okay.
And you
Well,
did
so she was
travel
a
with
wolf.
him. You traveled with him for quite a long time. You know his scent.
She was a wolf for a minute there, but then now she's back to being a half elf and like, I got nothing. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a
Back
good
to
idea.
Uthal going in the gem door.
Just before he goes in the gem door, when he mentions about how I can't pull this card, Orkira actually wants to take a look around in the spaces between the cards. Are we inside of a deck?
So you look between the spaces of the cards, and as you like, you can kind of see in the image, because I have the image that I showed you behind me. There are walls that kind of are there, but as you look at some of them and look down, it is just a dark void below you.
Okay. Just before Uthal goes in the door, she's gonna say, so one of the other things I kind of know about the deck is that it only actually works when you choose to take a card from it. So if these are cards that are just floating about, technically, if you just pick it up, it shouldn't work. But also, I don't know where we are. So you might want to be a little careful if you pick up a card.
Well, as
It's
everyone knows, careful is my middle name.
He says as he
It is.
opens the
Oh.
gem door.
We
Oh,
gotta
careful, the disfigured of Violaga.
I mean, we gotta open a door, so.
You open a door and find some block text. This room's card
Block text.
This room's card
I
walls
love it.
are smooth and resemble the facets of a gem. A bristling crystal formation 6 feet high occupies the center of the chamber, filling the room with a soft rainbow glow and faint chiming sound. The colors of the gemstone formation constantly shift, and when I say that, I mean as in like there's a gemstone formation, and then it like vibrates real quick, and then it's suddenly a different formation in a different shape and a different color. A door displaying the Fool card stands on the east wall, and another showing only the back of a card from the deck of many things is to the north. That's the one that you came through.
Okay.
So, yeah, just seems like there is a big cluster of gems in here.
Orkira will
gonna-
point
just
towards
gonna
the Fool
look.
card and go, I actually don't know what that one does.
I will say, Ilya, you can make an Arcana check with advantage from Orkira, just from experience of Deck of Many Things. I will also note that some of the walls in here also have that orange light cracking going along it, but the Fool card does not.
Okay. I got a 17 for an Arcana check.
Okay. The Fool, I meant to bring up. So funny enough, I was going through the Deck of Many Things, or the Book of Many Things, and I don't actually know where the section is where they just go through what each one of the cards does. So I'm just gonna go to D&D Beyond, Deck of Many Things, and give you a little bit of what's in there.
Yay.
I'm going to use the updated one because it's cool.
Also, just preload you, I would like to look at the cracks as well,
Okay.
either with investigation or Arcana, whichever makes more sense.
Whichever one you want to do, I leave it up to you.
They are truly the same number, so we'll just see.
Ilya, you would know from that you've heard that the Fool card makes it difficult for the drawer to do things for a while.
This one messes you up. You can't do stuff.
Though
I
The
heard you
gem
all
was
guys-
money, and there's no
Yeah.
money here. There's literal gems.
So maybe there's literal fools
So,
in there.
yeah, there might be fools. It might just be a mirror.
I feel like I've just been insulted, but I don't know how.
Looking at the cracks, I got a 22 Arcana.
These cracks are very strange because they both seem unnatural to this place, but also as if there was no way it wouldn't be here. It looks like it was made into the card. The best example that I can give for everyone here, not your characters, you know when you're like at Disneyland or something and there's like one of those areas you like Indiana Jones or something where it's like this place is like messed up and they've tried to like make the area look like it's been on fire or something like that.
Mhm.
It's essentially like that. It looks like this has been made into the card, but you don't feel like that's how this place is supposed to look.
What is it called when it's that? I think it's a Japanese pottery technique and where they fill in cracks with gold.
Yeah,
Kintsugi. Kintsugi.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's very much what it is like.
Okay.
I like that. That's really good.
Can I... Is it worth casting Detect Magic and seeing if we can figure out what is happening with this stuff?
I do love that the chat is like quizzing themselves on what the deck cards do.
I'm trying to be
Ugh.
true to Orkira with she only knows the cards that she's experienced in some
I
way, which she
appreciate
has
that.
experienced a lot of them,
Yeah.
but unfortunately they've all been the bad ones mostly. So yeah.
I want to cast Detect Magic on myself and see if I can figure out what is making these gaps. Because I think this whole place is magical, and I would probably like give myself a migraine.
Oh no, you're not gonna want that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you feel like you're pretty right on the ball about that.
This place is just made out of magic. You ever put that Detect Magic on yourself when you are just in magic? It makes you queasy a little bit.
I could imagine that'd be a lot of smells.
Is this something, just to check, so Ilya does have a magic item that lets him cast Identify on an object, but I don't think the crack is an object.
Just identify the
so-
whole house.
This is going to just identify the
Yeah.
house, is my suspicion.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
And I just don't think that's useful. So he's kind of pulled out
I
this
mean,
like,
if you want to use it, because Identify does last for I think up to 10
I
minutes or
think
something.
for this thing, it it only affects that. Let me see how this works.
Because if it just lets you cast Identify, then you get the full effect of it.
It's a magical magnifying glass. While I look through it, my proficiency bonus is doubled for Arcana or investigation checks. Regarding magical properties, I can use it an action to cast Identify.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't run out, but it just targets that one object.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't run out, but every time I do it, there is a cumulative 5% chance that the glass shatters and is destroyed after casting the spell. Which
That's kinda
feels
cool.
on par with, Ilya's occasionally reckless creations. So, but I think Ilya is smart enough to know that if he whips this thing out, that it's going to just identify the house.
Yeah.
And that won't be useful. So he's going to keep that for when there is something specific
Okay.
that he can look at, rather than waste the It's fragile,
Yep.
the glue's not dry. So okay, so we have to go in the idiot room. Maybe
Maybe.
we
Or
could
here's
test our hypothesis and go through one of the cracked doors and see, if it's horrible.
well, there's
What else
only
is those doors? Was it just the Fool was the only door?
The Fool's the only door currently that doesn't have any cracks in it.
because the
What other
other
doors
door
have
was the one we
cracks in it?
came
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's
only
only one
one-
door leading out
Yeah.
from where you are.
Orkira's
Uh,
gonna look at all of the gems that are doing the
Mhm.
configuration changes and everything, and she wants to just watch them for a good minute or so and see if she can detect a pattern.
Not really. They do seem to just be kind of going in some kind of random combination, like even random durations. It doesn't seem to have any consistency to it.
Okay. And how many gems? Well, you said they change configuration, but is it all the same number of gems?
Oh, you mean like in the cluster?
Yeah.
No, there's different amounts of them on each cluster.
Well, it's very pretty. It's like a really eerie chandelier. I can't tell if it's doing anything in specific. I mean, it's probably doing something. I can't imagine there's anything here that's just aesthetic.
The Foxman did say that this is a place of puzzles.
And I did say I'm really bad at puzzles.
Let me think.
You think we can take them? Just put them in our pockets and
I mean, my mother would
that's
love this in her garden. But I don't think that I would want to give it to her.
Does
I'm
Ethel
sure-
want to try and take one?
Uthal would love to try to take one. Just
This is why I
pluck one
cast
out.
Death Ward on everybody.
How do you want to try to take one?
I'll just reach out and grab it.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check. Not a save, a check.
Okay. Check. Okay.
So you're just adding your dex modifier, no proficiency.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Yay.
Oh my god. It's good to have
So
him back.
23.
Nice.
I'm good to have him
baby.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay, let me see this real quick. Okay, so you are like pause there for a second, and then you see one that looks nice, bright, and shiny, and you reach out, snatch it, and break it off. And as that happens, I need everyone in the room to make a Constitution saving throw.
Whoa.
Is that me too?
We knew something was gonna happen. 14.
24.
Ooh.
15.
Ilya?
22.
Okay. Everyone saved except for Orkira. So Orkira, you take 5 points of thunder damage. Everyone else takes 2. As when that happens, there is this loud crack of thunder as the stone breaks off. But Uthal, you hold in your hand a gemstone that you're pretty sure is worth about 500 gold pieces.
Dang.
Wow, look at this, guys. You guys, look what I found. Pretty neat.
Oh,
Pretty neat.
I just want to point out, I just remembered I have jeweler's tools, so I can tell you exactly how much that's worth. It looks like 500 gold pieces, man.
Mm. Wow, I
Like
was thinking
507.
10,000.
What kind of gem is it?
We'll say it's
Green.
Emerald.
Blue.
Well,
Definitely
actually, that was going to be my other
emerald.
question. Does it now stay?
Nope, it is
One-
still moving.
Wow,
No,
so
I
it's
mean
a
the one
magic
that
gem.
the one that Uthal grabbed. Does it?
Does it, like,
Is it
change
Oh
in
yeah,
colors
constantly
and
it
stuff?
shifting?
stays as that. Yeah, it stays as
Okay.
an emerald.
Okay.
Cool. So like this is worth at least more because it's like shimmer change. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
If I watch the configuration that's left, does it look like it's been broken? You know, you said
Yes,
that it's all
as the
random,
emerald
but like,
goes by, you can see that the part that Uthal broke off is no longer there.
okay.
Is there like a pattern now, like
Nope,
with the missing
still,
part?
Still
Oh.
random.
You guys want me to take another?
No, I don't think we should like
Maybe.
pick away at our health just standing here. We might need it later.
Okay, but
So, next door.
Yeah. Like if
I
we
mean,
have like a really sorry.
no, I was gonna say like out of character. I'm like, there's a puzzle in here, guys.
No.
But it does make sense to see like if we can't open the door, that does tell us no, you got to figure something out here.
Yeah.
That's true.
And the other thing I was gonna have Elia suggest is trying the door back out. Can we go back out the cracked door, or is it? Can you not pass through those? 'Cause
Oh
the
no,
mold
to
is-
go back out to the room you started in, that card doesn't have any cracks on it, and you can go through it.
Wait, so
Okay.
there's no cards with cracks on them in this room.
No, there are cards that are on the walls and the floor, but the doors themselves do not.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So we can't figure that out without going through it and trying one of the dangerous doors, and that's just not on the table. Okay.
I mean, let's be fair. Every single card in the deck is dangerous in some way. Case in point, and I'll just point where the missing gem is, and then like, ow. But
I'm just
yeah,
like looking, I'm like, it's still pretty neat. Like,
it's very pretty.
oh,
Keep it close because if it's needed for something else, we're gonna need it. But I mean, if this is a puzzle, I don't know how to solve it.
So
Like,
let's
what
see
if-
if the door opens, because if the
Yeah.
door opens, maybe it's not a puzzle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just a
maybe.
beautiful entryway.
So,
yeah.
who's opening or who's going to open the door?
Uthal.
I'm definitely
do it.
hoping it's Uthal.
I
Uthal, you
just
walk
looking
up,
around like,
You walk up to a
Yeah,
door
I'll
that
open the door.
has this image on it of the fool. Yeah, we'll get it there.
must be a mirror, am I right? Open this-
And the door does open. And this is what the block text says. The face of the fool card silently jeers from the walls of this room, and shimmering fields of light hang in the air, reflecting those within like funhouse mirrors. A door to the west shows the gem card, that's the one that you came through, while a door to the east displays the sun card. So yeah, in this room that's still built out of cards, it's kind of this rectangular long room. There are, or I guess it's a square. It's a square. I thought it was a rectangle. There are these floating, reflecting, it's not quite like liquid, but there are almost like mirrors hanging in the air that reflect whoever goes by them.
Yeah, you guys are just gonna hear me just through the doorway, just like, you guys, are you serious? This is rude.
And actually, what as he says that, one of the mirrors floats by, reflecting Uthal's back as he's looking back towards you all. But in the mirror, he turns to all of you and goes, "I'm Uthal with a really long title. Insert long title here that'll bore all of you to hell. All right, bye." And the mirror just goes floating on.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah, this,
sarcastic mirrors. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. It's like come do puzzles, but actually, I just
Well,
want to be a dick.
it was also test. So maybe this is a test of how you can put up with sarcasm.
Or put up with Uthal.
Or put up a self or put up a self-reflection, which
Yeah.
you know, I'm not that kind of cleric. We need a completely different kind of healer for that.
Uthal's
Okay.
pissed.
You should go punch that guy.
About to start fighting some liquid mirror.
Before Orkira enters, DM,
Mhm.
because Lauren is having a moment. I think the sun card is the one that gives you the magic item, and that's how she got the shield, right?
No, I believe you got it from the gem card.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, you
Okay.
want your point, so it's that when it goes. I thought I remembered that that's what gave me this, but maybe not. And you'll watch as she holds up her arm and the bracer that's on her arm glows, and then all of a sudden there's just this glowing kind of translucent blue shield.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
It is. Unfortunately, I got this at the same time that we lost Witt's soul. So like I said,
That's-
everything comes with a price.
You were right. It was the sun.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So, oh no, wait,
Oh, so
I
you get
actually
it.
remember. No, so that card, that's the one that I had to draw, and then that's when we lost. Everything comes with a price. So yeah, pretty shield, but no
Wait,
soul.
hold on a second. The shield came from drawing the sun, but Witt losing his soul didn't have anything to do with that.
Well, to make a very long story very short, we were all forced to draw cards from the deck, despite
Yeah.
me really wanting to just burn the entire world down because of it. And so the one that I drew gave me this, and it was that card. I don't know why a sun gives you magic item stuff, but you know. But then Witt, our friend, drew the void card, and then he went,
Right. But I'm just saying, you shouldn't hold on to this guilt, create this causality. You drawing the sun and getting that really bum-ass shield had nothing to do with Witt losing his soul.
if it helps, I don't feel guilty. It's totally the card's fault. I just understand that every time
I feel guilty.
you shouldn't feel guilty either.
Okay, well then take the thing I said to her and you put it in your ears.
Yeah.
And then I think we should go in the room with
No.
Uthal before he punches one of those liquid mirrors.
Yeah, please don't punch a mirror, Uthal. You'll just be
Yeah,
punching yourself.
And if I remember correctly, I think I drew two cards that time.
You drew death?
You madman.
I
And then
did
you drew
death
something
and
else.
rogue.
Yeah, that's when you drew rogue. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did
What-
rogue,
what-
and then I was like, "Let me draw another." Then and he's like, "All right, sure." And so I got death, and then I killed death. Yeah, there it is.
What did
I
Alicia
still find
get?
myself very
once Witt-
skeptical.
Changed it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that
Well,
was the lost episode.
No. This was the one that was after that because Rhiannon wasn't there for the lost one, which is why we re-recorded
Which
it.
is that's
And
right.
that-
That's
and
right.
Witt said that he time traveled to go back and stop
Yeah.
her from drawing the void and did it instead. I cannot remember.
Well, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Just in case
Yeah.
it was on somebody's notes.
Oh, you know what? You might have drawn the ring, and that's why you have the ring on you.
Oh.
Because remember you said you had that and you didn't know why?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think that might have been
Yeah.
it. But anywho,
Anyway.
what I want to know from all of you is what are your intentions in crossing through this room? What is the intention that your character is going to do? Are they just going to walk straight to the door, or are they going to do something else?
Well, I'm going to
Hmm.
be yelling at my reflection, so that's going to be happening.
All
no
right,
matter
we're going to
what.
put a pin in that one. What about
Yeah.
everyone else?
I
think
do feel like Ilya wants to understand what the heck is up with this place. So there's definitely going to be some sort of watching the mirrors as they go, which might lead to mouthy mirrors. I don't know. But I also feel like Ferris probably is a little like, keep walking behind him. But yeah, I think he'll kind of stop and examine the mirrors.
I think
Okay.
Alicia is gonna go wolf, because she doesn't maybe like then a wolf will like bark at her. But I think she thinks that she's more chill as a wolf. She has more of herself than Artemisia does, but like she is more chill.
Okay.
So that maybe they can't get under her skin as much.
And what about Orkira?
Orkira's intention is to just walk to the door.
Okay.
But she is in protective mode because we are obviously in a dangerous place. And so she can't stop keeping an ear, eye, and nose out for danger. So, yeah, she doesn't want to, but she can't help but continue to look around, smell, hear. Like her passive perception right now is 30.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Overwatch mode, and she
Okay.
just can't turn that off.
So as Orkira is walking kind of determinately across this room, you do hear your own voice coming from several of the mirrors. It's like, I'm Orkira. I can't block this out of my hairs.
It's not that they're lying. I mean, they're telling the truth. It's just the weird sarcasm that feels weird.
I'm afraid of the deck of many things.
And once again, it's objectively the truth. It's just said in a very sarcastic way. At this point, Orkira's just like almost laughing at
Yeah.
it.
Alicia, you hear a dog barking at you sarcastically. Ruff, 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 ruff.
Well, she'll bark back.
Will you also be
Okay.
sarcastic?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Ilya, you see yourself. It's like, oh, you made any inventions that's totally worked yet? Bet you haven't.
I would like to fight the mirror.
How would you like to fight the mirror?
Can I do like
Oh, by the way, next to you, next to that Ilya is a reflection of Ferris going.
Is there anything else in this room?
No, just
Nothing.
card walls and floating mirrors.
Is anyone carrying anything loosely that Ilya could snatch? I'm just saying. Sounds like no. Sounds like no.
Like
No,
I have two
the-
swords on my sides.
No, I've
There's
got the
hanging there.
bag. Yeah, the bag that I've got is it's technically a handy haversack. And her book, which is her holy symbol, she's got in her hand. But I don't think she's got anything else.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wolf got
okay,
fur. Sorry.
Scuffer.
or Kira, I'm sorry, Ilya's very hair temper is gonna cast catapult on your book and fling it at the mirror.
Okay, Aaron, I'm totally for this. I would like to hold on to my book because this is literally my holy symbol.
Okay.
So
Lauren, give me a dexterity saving throw.
this is not gonna go well. Let's see what happens.
And actually, Aaron, the DC for this is going to be you making the attack roll.
Okay, it's a save. The mirror
Oh,
has
okay.
to
Then never
make a
mind. Never
save.
mind. Well, what's the DC for the save?
19?
Oh, okay.
This book is literally made out of herself. She got destroyed and turned into a book and then reformed.
That's one of the
this-
most Orkira things I've ever heard.
Right? Like it's kind of badass, but also it was terrifying. This is her holy symbol. It is the only thing left from her god. She rolled a natural 20 for a 22.
Heck yeah!
Wow!
This might be the happiest I've ever been, like, narratively, because there's
That's
no way.
I think Ilya, when he realizes that the spell's not working, he turns and he glares, but he makes eye contact with Orkira and immediately like sobers up.
And I don't think Orkira realizes that it's Ilya. And so the panic on her face is like, the mirrors are trying to take my book. We got to get out of here. And she's just going to like,
Yes,
and
through
the
those
arms,
mirrors.
wings. She's just, and gone.
The mirror Ilya goes, oh, look, I failed to cast a spell again.
You're really lucky right now. I just need you to sit with that knowledge for
Okay.
a moment.
So I have that Ilya says that to his reflection. Uthal is yelling back at his, and Alicia barked back at hers. I need
Oh, yeah.
each of you to make a
Whoa.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh. I don't have to?
You did not talk to any of your reflections.
Not to them, no.
I got a
16.
1.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a 3 in total, but it's a 1.
What did Ilya get?
15.
15. And what did Alicia get again?
16.
16. Okay. The two of you are fine. You have like one moment of like the start of a headache, and then it immediately goes away. Uthal, you are gonna take 5 psychic damage after you converse with your double. And also, you are going. Hang on. You are going to lose. All right. You only lose 1, but you lose 1 point off of your wisdom score.
Oh damn.
Oh.
That's fine.
Does Uthal have a lot of wisdom to lose?
No.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
so how do I
I think you
score?
can click on the wisdom score and do a just a temporary modifier. But if
Yep.
not, just remember that.
Yeah, I was 13.
Okay, so you're still in double digits at least.
Yep.
We're not worried about you suddenly going to a 3.
Yeah, I mean,
or
it
something.
could have been worse. I rolled a d4. So,
Oh.
Whoops. Oh, 20.
okay, so
13.
Orkira is going straight to the other door.
Yeah, there is now a hustle in her bustle.
Okay. Yeah, is everyone else after this happens with your mirror double going to follow her?
Oh,
yes, but doing this back at the mirror.
Also, Ferris is now doing that alongside you to his.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They're
Yeah.
not gonna mess with us.
Yeah, he's
Like Uthal's still fighting this thing, right?
I mean, do you want to?
I feel like it's not just gonna stop.
All right, make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
That's 6.
All right, you take 5 more psychic damage,
Woo!
and you are going to lose. Oh my god, 3 points of your wisdom score.
6. I'm at 10 now.
Okay.
So I'm just angry and stupid.
Yeah, you all hear Uthal yelling and going, "Ow!"
Oh, what is he doing?
You see
I
him
can
yelling.
thorn whip him. Should I thorn whip him?
I
Well,
mean, he's already. Go ahead.
The wolf can like come grab his pant leg first. We can try that.
Like I'm just getting more belligerent at this point too.
Would he come if she like drags at his leg?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not done with you. I'm coming back after we finish whatever's going on over here. I'm
Make
taking you
another
down.
wisdom saving throw.
I'm always here for characters making those kind of decisions in ways that are totally for their character.
I got a 16.
Okay, this time you are fine.
I'm
All
just
right.
getting pulled in while still just going off.
Meanwhile, I'm opening the door. I don't care at this point that
the door, which by the way looks like this with a sun on it.
Pretty.
Ooh.
Mm.
I have the deck next to me, and I'm putting which room you all are in at the top. So block
the
text.
art is gorgeous, even
Oh,
if
yeah.
Orkira is just like, I hate this place.
Here's the thing: even if you never plan on using the deck of many things, if you have the funds for it, buy this box set. It's so damn pretty. Oh my god. All right.
There's also other things you can do with the cards that don't involve
yeah.
the deck of many
There-
things. Like that's the cool thing about the book is
The
you don't have to put
there's
your
a book that
players in
comes
the
with
deck of
it
many things.
that lets you build out a campaign or build out a dungeon by doing a card reading. It's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I
I want to do
Not
just
sponsored, by
all
the way.
just opening cards all willy-nilly and seeing what happens.
All right.
Oh.
Here's some block text.
Hey.
Thick vines cover every wall in this chamber, which splits into 3 parallel hallways separated by walls that don't quite reach the ceiling. The ceilings emit a scorching, fiery light throughout the entire area. At the east end of the southernmost hall, a comically oversized golden key is mounted on a sword rack. At the east end of the middle hall is a pedestal shaped like a bird's talon clutching a polished silver orb. The east end of the northernmost hall is a door illustrating the moon card, in the center of which is an exaggerated keyhole. A door to the west displays the Fool card. That's the one that you came in through. Occasionally through the vines, you can see those orange cracks again in the walls, but none of them cover either of the doors in this room.
So
Keyhole?
so
They open the door with the lock.
I think so. The only one of these 3 cards I really know is one that I can't use anymore.
Well, so like I said, the other door. There's not it's not the key. There is a actual comically oversized physical key sitting on a sword rack at the end of one of these hallways.
Okay.
The other one,
Just go pick it up.
Yeah.
Because the second one is, you said bird with
the
like
other
a talon.
one, it's a pedestal that's shaped like a talon, and
Okay.
resting in that is a large silver orb. And then at the end of the third one is the moon card door that has a keyhole shape in it.
Yeah. So Orkira will point to the talon-shaped pedestal, and she goes, "There's a card that looks like that, but I don't know what it does." And then she's going to point to the moon card and go, "So that one gives people wishes."
Why are you saying it like that? That seems like a good thing.
So wish is one of those spells that when you try to do something, have you ever heard of the story of a monkey's paw?
What's a monkey?
I love Villia.
That is kind of a...
Wait. No, I know this one. We know this one. Sorry, we don't have these in Rashaman. It's too
Okay.
cold.
But yeah, so basically the whole story is that you can make a wish and the thing you want will come true, but in the worst way possible.
Oh, because you're not very smart at compiling the wish spell, yes?
No, because whatever is granting you the wish is evil.
I have a wish.
I'm sure you do, buddy.
Mhm.
You just
Anyway, yeah, that I figured I'd warn people. Also, I can't do that anymore.
Okay, so Orkira doesn't want the wish. That seems like it makes things easier.
Yeah, I also, I
sorry.
can't. I'm not allowed to. I did
Wait,
that
says
once. Yeah, so every time you cast that spell, there's a chance that you can never cast it again. And then Orkira just looks
Oh.
very, very sad.
I probably
Oh.
knew that. Probably.
wouldn't you be the best person to open the door then?
I
Since
mean, I
nothing
don't
can-
know.
Maybe.
I mean, we
Oh.
didn't have to worry about the sun coming through the sun door, so.
It is
That's
pretty
true.
easy for y'all to put together that door seems like it's locked.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just grab the key then.
Can I go look at the silver orb in the claw?
The
Uh,
orb.
I will bust out my magnifying glass because
So
then I
wait,
get to use it.
the closest thing to a wizard is going to go ponder an orb.
Yeah,
Yes.
why not?
All right.
Listen, cliches are classic for a reason.
I'm just saying, have fun. Don't
Uh,
die.
Okay, I want to look through my magical magnificent magnifier thing.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check on it.
Go for it.
Okay, so that's a 23 with the special power. Does it look magic-y? Do I know it?
It doesn't look magical, but you do think that this large piece of silver is worth about 500 gold.
Okay, I pull it up on my magnifying glass. I get out my jeweler's tools.
Can I
Actually,
detect if there's any sort of like trap?
Give me
Like,
a perception check.
Perceive.
while they're pondering this orb, I'm gonna look over at Alicia and go, so, well,
Oh,
you think it really is that easy? We just take the key and go through the door, but the orb is the distracting thing?
Well,
as you say that, Orkira, you notice something? Like, the two of you realize something around the same time, and Orkira, for you to realize this, it's a little concerning.
Uh-oh.
It's hot.
Oh.
And all of you are gonna take 11 points of fire damage
Oh.
as
Oh.
the light in the sky gets brighter, and
Cool.
you think that's gonna keep happening. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
If I could just add a little bit of flavor, right as I ask Alicia that, Orkira also kind of stretches and goes, oh, it's real nice in here.
Knew I should have bullied somebody into doing the battle binding with me.
All right.
So I guess.
I think I might have some kind of resistance towards fire, right?
I
don't
have
remember.
I have fire resistance, but
I mean, yeah,
if that sun is gonna keep getting warmer, there's only so much resistance that can work.
Yeah, we'll
True.
see. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
But yeah, that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. We're doing for this, we're doing a little bit of a shorter game. And we're gonna see how that goes. But this was fantastic. I love this game already. I'm so excited to see you all keep going through this. Yeah, I guess we'll do outros real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Lauren, where can people find you?
Sorry, I was moving all my notes. The key, bird, talon, orb, moon, getting hot. It was the last. Sorry, that's how I'm remembering. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find me at lauren-urban.com. Just look at the front page. It'll tell you all the fun things that I'm doing. And the only other thing that I'll talk in specific about is on Fridays, I'm on a stream called Shadows Over Baldur's Gate on the Crit Hit Chronicles channel.
Ooh.
Which is a bunch of us are playing characters who are dealing with literally the aftermath of Baldur's Gate 3 and the events that happened there. And so if you'd like to see me play a Dragonborn who is absolutely completely different than Orkira, she is a fey creature who is just a bundle of chaos, come by and see us there. Thank you. I've had so much fun. I'm so happy to be playing with y'all again.
Yeah. Aaron, where can people find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky at Aaron M. Evans, but you can mostly find me on the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord. You can join me and Trevor on this channel on Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Pacific for concentration check. Come get some co-writing done with us. And you can listen to our podcast, Writing About Dragons and Shit with B. Dave Walters. New episodes go up on Wednesday, which means a fresh new episode just dropped this morning.
It did.
Yay.
And also, once again, thank you to our sponsor, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms. Check them out at idlechampions.com.
Rhiannon, where can people find you?
They can find me at rhiannonheld.com. That my website has some links to if you are going to say Worldcon in Seattle this year, you can nominate for the Hugos. And there's this category called novelette, which is kind of short, but not that short, and long, but not that long. And I have 2 novelettes out this year, and they are linked on my website. And so I would love it if you would maybe take a look and consider nominating them for one of the awards. One of them is based on my other Dungeon Scrawlers character, Artemisia. You may recognize her. And otherwise, you can find my space opera novella series and my urban fantasy novel series on my website too, or find me on Discord.
I do want to say hello to everyone, all the raiders that just came in. Unfortunately, we were wrapping things up, but we
All right,
very
let's
much
keep
appreciate
it
you being
going.
here.
2 more hours.
Raiders.
The one that is 3 hours ahead of everyone else says.
It's fine.
St. James, where can people find you?
I looked it up, and you can find me on the Blue Sky at St. James. No apostrophes, no commas, no underscores, no overscores, no M dashes, no N dashes, no D dashes, just at St. James. And
Wait. Is D dash an actual thing? No. Okay. I want to make sure that I was excited to learn a new thing. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think I might just. Yeah, I don't think it is. but it could be.
It could be.
No,
You just invented it.
I did. It's like slightly longer than an M dash, but sort of. Like it's like a M dash plus.
You took an M dash and
Yeah.
a hyphen.
Are you? Is that just
Yeah,
a plus
but, like,
sign?
It's like this.
It's like
that,
New Game
yeah.
Plus
So it's
for
like one of the
dashes.
greater than or lesser than symbols?
Not greater, but like it's like what's that, like 15-degree angle over?
I think that's an equal sign.
No, it's touching.
Oh, okay.
There's definitely
It's like a
touch.
super acute.
It's like half
Yeah.
an arrow.
Very cute.
Yeah, it's essentially used to elongate a thought.
All ADHD
Mm.
people are well aware of those.
Mm.
Yeah. And I've created it, so welcome the
There you
D
go.
dash.
There you go.
Not to be confused with DoorDash.
Yes, and I've been your DM, Trevor Bettis. You can find me on Blue Sky at the Trevor. There's an A hiding in there, and all the things that I do at my website, trevorbettis.com. But that is going to do it for this week's episode of Mostly Dangerous. We're going to be back next week, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Pacific, here on twitch.tv/Dungeon Scrollers. And I'm shooting for 3 games. We'll see how that goes, depending on how cautious everyone is. But
I think it's less
10
about how
games later.
Yeah, it's less about how cautious we are and more about how much we just get into role playing with each other because
yeah,
people are so much fun and I just want to talk to them.
It's true. But yeah, so please join us there. If you haven't joined the Discord already, hit !Discord in the chat and you can join the awesome Discord that we have for Dungeon Scrollers. And yeah, that is going to do it. So until next week.
I did it.
Thank you. Take care of yourself, everyone. Bye.
Bye.